organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, college education was a major focus during President Obama's visit today. See what he said.
And the president was met with some opposition during his stop in Iowa City. See who protested his visit.
And in sports, see where we predict that some former Hawkeyes will land in this weekend's NFL Draft.
That's all coming your way next.
Daily Iowan TV starts now.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for tuning in to your Wednesday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Brad Maxwell.
And I'm Allie Wright.
After a week of anticipation, President Barack Obama made his visit to the University of Iowa Wednesday. Daily Iowan TV's Nick Fetty was at the event.
Student debt was President Obama's major talking point during his visit to the University of Iowa Wednesday, and there was no shortage of students in attendance as it was a full house more than an hour before the president even arrived. The thousands in attendance greeted President Obama with an energetic welcome when he took the stage. President Obama put much emphasis on making a college education affordable and available to anyone who wants it during his speech. He cited loans and grants that he received while in college as a major contributor to his success today. He went on to say that despite his success, him and First Lady Michelle Obama didn't even fully pay off their student loans until about 8 years ago. He also stressed the importance of a college education for the future of the economy.
I believe that college isn't just the best investment that you can make in your future. It's the best investment you can make in your country's future. And I'm proud of all of you for making that investment because it's never been more important.
At one point during his speech, someone yelled, "We love you, Barack," and the president responded with, "I love you back." He also said that tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires have been more detrimental to the economy than loan programs for students. He also said that states need to look to the future by allocating more funds for higher education. And though the atmosphere was generally in favor of the president inside the packed field house, protesters exercised their First Amendment rights outside by holding up signs denouncing President Obama's policies. The packed house, which is estimated in the thousands, mainly consisted of students, though there were also children and older adults in attendance. But it was clear that much of his message was aimed at young people.
Send your member of Congress a message. Tell them you're not going to set your sights lower. Tell them you're not going to settle for something less. Call them, email them, write on their Facebook page. Tweet. We've got a hashtag. Don't double my rate. Don't double my rate.
So while Iowa City will go back to its typical role as a college town tomorrow, those in attendance today will likely remember this for years to come. Nick Fetty, Daily Iowan TV.
Check out Thursday's edition of Daily Iowan and dailyiowan.com for more coverage of the president's visit.
And not everyone greeted President Obama with a warm welcome during his visit Wednesday. Daily Iowan TV's Tasha Woods takes a look at those who protested the event outside of the field house.
Well, I'm really big on civil liberties, and he's the most anti-civil liberty president to date.
These protesters felt it was their duty as Americans to protest against the president while he was making a speech to thousands of students.
The student loans are a problem that are created by the federal government.
But these protesters had more on their minds than mere student loans. The Veterans for Peace were also there to say that they disagree with war and how Obama has handled foreign relations.
There needs to be ways to solve conflicts other than war. War needs to be the last choice, not the first.
His war policies are excessive. He's began an unnecessary war without congressional oversight into Libya. There was no declaration of war there.
But this group's largest message was clear.
Go out and vote and get the people out there. No more Obama.
Tasha Woods, Daily Iowan TV.
The University of Iowa unionized faculty won a case today to stop merit pay based on students. A state arbitrator sided with the UNI faculty on Wednesday. They say that linking students' reviews of professors to merit-based pay violates collective bargaining with the union. In an order to UNI, it said that UNI needs to stop the practice for every course in every semester. UNI claims that the student reviews are the only one of the things looked at when determining merit pay. Still to come on Daily Iowan TV, find out what kept some UI students silent throughout the day on Wednesday.
And in sports, find out what the Iowa senior track stars have planned for the rest of the season. But first, let's check in with Mario Kone and what you can expect in next week's weather.
Thanks, Allie. Tomorrow morning we'll start off pretty cool with the high of 56 degrees and partly sunny skies. Temperatures will rise to 64 in the afternoon and it'll cool down to 53 in the evening. Looking at our extended forecast, Friday and Saturday look to be pretty similar with a high of 52 with a 50% chance of rain. We'll see a slight increase in temperatures on Sunday with some morning sun, and the temperatures will be around 60s come Monday and Tuesday, and expect a 20% chance of thunderstorms on Tuesday. So it's going to be a much cooler week this upcoming week. Back to you.
Iowa City Police have arrested a third teenager in connection with an armed robbery. 18-year-old Dantriel Ware is charged with first-degree robbery and assault with dangerous weapons. The robbery allegedly happened at the Creekside Market in February, leaving a clerk with injuries after they were holding them at knife point. Ware is accused of being a decoy while one of the other men jumped over the counter and pulled the knife.
Staying silent for a whole minute is hard enough, but a group of students took the challenge to be silent all day yesterday to help raise awareness of the voiceless in our society. The Take My Voice event brought together students from every background who wanted to raise awareness about some different groups that are voiceless in our society. Groups like rape victims, undocumented immigrants, and the LGBT community. The students were finally able to give a shout out at 6 p.m. last night when they gathered at Hubbard Park to finally give the voice to the voiceless.
We may not all disagree on everything, but being able to understand where people are coming from, listening to each other's stories, and really trying to understand and empathize with people is a start. But ultimately, it does come to action.
And now we'll take a look at what's going on outside of Iowa. Newt Gingrich is officially out of the race to be the Republican presidential nominee. Gingrich is expected to announce he is dropping out of the race next week. This comes after Mitt Romney won all 5 of the Republican primaries on Monday. Gingrich held out to see the results of the Delaware primary before making his decision. Officials close to Gingrich say he is going to endorse the now Republican nominee, Mitt Romney.
And the U.S. Department of Agriculture confirmed a cow in California has the mad cow disease. This is the nation's 4th case of mad cow disease. Officials tested the cow at Baker Commodities, and Baker removes dead animals from dairies across the state of California. As a result, officials say there is little to risk to the public. They went on to say that chances of mad cow to spread to other cows is extremely small.
Burger King is going humane. The restaurant announced today that they will no longer be serving eggs from hens kept in small cages. They will also no longer be serving pork from the pigs kept in bred and similar cages. Burger King is the 2nd largest restaurant chain, and they are the first of all fast food chains to make an agreement with the Humane Society to switch to cage-free eggs.
And now for your Hawkeye Sports Update, let's go to Alicia Denez. Alicia?
Thanks, Brad. With 31 former Hawkeyes starting out last season on NFL rosters, Iowa fans are used to seeing former black and gold stars on Sundays. With the NFL draft starting Thursday and wrapping up Saturday, that number is likely to go up. Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Kyle Hughes tells us which Hawkeyes are likely to hear their names called in this year's NFL draft.
6 Hawkeyes were selected in last year's NFL draft. This year could be similar, with anywhere between 4 and 8 likely being drafted. Iowa has several mid to late round prospects and a likely first rounder in offensive tackle Riley Reiff. Before the season, Reiff was often mentioned as a potential top 5 pick. His stock has slid a little bit, though. Now it's more likely to go somewhere between pick 10 and 25. Now, a team seeking a sure-handed possession receiver would love to see Marvin McNutt, the all-time leader in receiving yards and touchdown catches at Iowa, fall into their laps. Scouts love his hands, but they're a little concerned with McNutt's ability to deal with press coverage, something he struggled with against both Nebraska and Oklahoma. McNutt will most likely be taken somewhere in the 3rd or 4th round. Other Hawkeyes likely to be drafted include corner Sean Prater, guard Adam Geddes, and defensive tackle Mike Daniels. There are a few other players like Tyler Nielsen, Marcus Zuzovic, and Jordan Bernstein who might get taken in the late rounds or could become undrafted free agents. The one thing we can be sure of about the NFL draft is that we never know what's going to happen, which should result in an exciting next few days for Hawkeyes hoping to hear their name called. Kyle Hughes, Daily Iowan TV Sport.
You can check out some of your favorite Hawkeyes fates by tuning into the draft starting tomorrow at 7 p.m. With the Iowa men's basketball banquet being held last night, many Hawkeyes were recognized for their accomplishments this past season. One award, though, really meant a lot to the Iowa basketball community. Iowa City native Matt Gaines has been named recipient of the Chris Street Award for this past season. Chris Street was an Iowa basketball player who died during his junior year in 1993 in a car accident. The award is presented to a Hawkeye player who best exemplifies the spirit and work ethic of Chris Street. Gaines led the team in scoring, three-pointers, and in free throws. He is only the second Hawkeye to reach 1,600 career points. Gaines will be leaving Iowa with other honors such as academic All-Big Ten recognition and being named the Iowa men's basketball Big Ten sportsmanship honoree. For some Hawkeye seniors, though, their athletic career at Iowa isn't quite over yet. For track stars Eric Sawinski, Troy Doris, and Jeffrey Herron, the Musco Twilight Meet was their last chance to compete here at the University of Iowa. But their season is still far from over. Annie Costable spoke with the guys about their expectations for the rest of the year.
The Musco Twilight Meet last Saturday marked the end of 3 nationally ranked seniors' careers here at Iowa, but the guys haven't thrown in the towel yet. There are still key meets left, giving them opportunities to move up nationally.
I am ranked 3rd now, so it's just giving me something to work for. I never like being at the first position, so I just see myself at 3rd, and I just always wanted to just know that there's somewhere I can move forward.
High jump at the top, it's really a matter of a quarter of an inch. It'll move you up or down a place, and I know guys are coming for me at 3rd, and I'm trying to come for the guys in 1st. So
being ranked 4th right now is exciting, but I haven't made a finals outdoors in the 800, so I've got a ways to go for that, and hopefully it'll happen at the end of the year.
This group of seniors have made the track and field team proud over their years here at the University of Iowa, and they aren't done just yet. The guys are eager to perform at the Drake Relays coming up this weekend.
This is an exceptional group of seniors we have. And Troy Doris and Eric Sawinski, as you mentioned, are 2 captains. I mean, they are not only good athletes, but they're really doggone good men.
Yeah.
And two people that the university couldn't be prouder of.
We just need to be consistent. We have definitely the talent and ability to be able to do that, so hopefully keep our heads on straight and keep pushing forward towards that goal, because that's what ultimately we want to achieve at the end of the year. So.
Expect a good performance, hopefully PRs, and just have a great track meet.
Drake's going to be a really stacked field in Drake, and a lot of Big Ten competition and SEC, Pac-10 competition. So it's going to be a great meet, and we're going to be ready for it.
This weekend will be a test to see if the guys are ready for the Big Tens just a few weeks away. Annie Costable, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The guys are headed to Des Moines this weekend for the Drake Relays, their last opportunity to compete in front of the Hawkeye State. That's what I have for sports today. Back to you guys.
And before we leave you tonight, check this out. Germany hosted the International Beard Tournament on Wednesday. 163 bearded men took part in 18 different categories. They are scored on everything from size to creativity. This is a record number of participants for the tournament. The tournament will last for 2 days, and all participants have to follow very strict rules set out by the Association of German Beard Clubs. The winner was a German with a simple yet elegant Chinese chin beard.
I wonder when the next tournament is, because I got something to start working
You'll
for.
have to sign up.
Not only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek at Thursday's print version of the Daily Iowan. Read more about President Obama's visit to the UI in Daily Iowan's extended coverage.
Plus, it is a national screening week worldwide for head and oral cancer. Read about how these programs are helping people catch cancer early.
That's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out the same time tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com. Thanks for watching and have a great night.